Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel. Today we bring you an important update coming from Upper Nile State in South Sudan. The state's government has made a big decision. They have moved their capital city from Malakal to Nasir. This move is not permanent, it is temporary, but it is very important and it affects many lives. So today we will explain why the government moved, what is happening on the ground, what this means for civilian, and what could happen next. Stay with us until the end. Let's begin with this. What happened? The government of Upper Nile State announced on Tuesday that they have temporarily moved their capital. The capital used to be Malakal, but now it is being moved to Nasir County, a place which is habited by the newer people. This decision comes after many people were displaced by fighting last year. The State Information Minister Peter Moju explained the situation. He said a team has already gone ahead to Nasir to prepare everything. This team is making sure that the offices are ready, government work continue, services do not stop. The governor Jacob Dollarudi is expected to join them soon. The goal is simple: keep the government running even during difficult time. Now the big question is, why Nasir? Why? According to the government under President Salva Kiir, Nasir is currently safe and stable. The minister said clearly people should remain calm, NGOs should continue working, life should go on like nothing happened. This message is very important because fear can stop everything. A school, hospital, aid workers, which are not even working right now. So the government is trying to show confidence. They want people to believe that Nasir can support a government office, humanitarian work, and civil life. Let's talk about the people. Right now, as we are talking, there are just few people residing in Nasir. According to the government, they say the number is growing. Why there are only few people living in Nasir? Because many people are running away from conflict areas. They fear SSPDF. Families are arriving, they are leaving Nasir because they lost their home, they lost their belonging, and they run away from Nasir, from SSPDF. And this is the reality of displacement. When government do not care about its own people, do you think that they will stay put? No, they will not. They will run away and looking for safety. But when you look at it, when you look at this situation, the government under President Salva Kiir in Nasir, they are still trying to convince the civilian to come back, but civilians are not there. People are not coming in. People are not going to Nasir because they fear. They still hope that if President Salva Kiir listen and release Dr. Riek Machar and find a way to resolve all this situation, maybe peace will return, stability will come, and life will improve. But not in this situation where the government is targeting civilian. So let's look at this, what the government is saying. They are calling for humanitarian organization. They are calling for international organization, NGOs, aid workers. They are asking them to return and operate in Nasir. Because all these NGOs, they were pushed away. When the civilians were targeted in Nasir, none of these organizations worked there. They fled the town, they have evacuated all their property and move away. Now the government is trying to call them back. They are asking them to return operate in Nasir. Why is this important? Of course, because people need food, they need water, medical care, and shelter. But who is there in Nasir? Nobody. But without NGOs, many families will struggle to survive. The government said moving to Nasir will make it easier to coordinate aid, deliver service, support the population, but there's no population there in Nasir. This is a critical moment for humanitarian response, because moving to Nasir where there's no civilian, what about the dying population that the SSPDF has pushed away from Nasir? Who's going to help them? If the government is calling them to go to town where there's no civilian there, what will happen? So, to understand this situation, we need to look back. Last year, in March 2025, Nasir experienced serious fighting. The conflict was between the South Sudan People Defense Force and local youth group called the Norway Army. What happened then? The Norway Army captured a military base. Later, the army took it back in April without a fight. Before that, every fighting took place when the SSPDF base was overrun. After that, where airstrikes were also used by the SSPDF. Because of this, many civilians were forced to flee. When the SSPDF targeted the Nuer population living in town, in Nasir town. In that incident, the SSPDF government, or under President Salva Kiir Mayardit, they used incendiary chemicals to bombard the civilian places. They burned children, women, and elderly people. It was a very horrible moment for the civilians. Homes were destroyed or burned. Communities were broken. Even now, the impacts are still being felt. Well, let's look at the new security warning by the SSPDF, just to make sure that you understand what is really happening, why the government is moving to Nasir, and the reason why they are saying that the civilian can come back. Because civilian fear, they thought of, they will be targeted. So that's why most of the civilians, they don't want to go back to Nasir town. So let's look at this recent warning. There has been another warning. The Nasir County Commissioner, the new one, Changfied, made a serious announcement. He says some areas are now considered military target. This area include Mandang and Torkage. These places are only civilians live there, but they consider this civilian as SPLIO forces and Norway Army, and they live there with their families. Because of this, people were given 72 hours to move. They were told to go to the east side of the Soba River. Aid workers were also advised to move to safer places. The aid workers, humanitarian workers. But look at this. When you look at this request, and again, this request of telling people that we give you 72 hours to move away, to go to the other side of the Soba River, and the request that was made by the governor itself, Apnal governor, Jacob Dollar, where he's calling for civilians to return to town, and yet they are giving them 72 hours. This shows that the situation is still very sensitive. So what does this all mean? This request shows that the government is trying to adapt. Security is still a big concern. Civilians are still at risk. Nasir is now a center of government, a safe place for the government, and they want it to be a key area for humanitarian work. But challenge remains. No population there. There's no people. There is limited resources. There are also ongoing military operations. Well, this is a developing story. We will continue to follow updates from Upper Nile State and bring you the truth as it happens. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, please I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell. So whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified.